All right, Dad. Did you have any expectations about what growing older would be like?
Well, I guess you always see your grandparents growing older and your parents growing older.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. But it's one of those things that I don't. Like my mother said when she was 65, she felt like she was when she was 16, but looked in the mirror and wondered who that old lady was. But so
Mm-hmm.
in some ways you don't really feel much different,
Yeah.
or you can't do what you want to do. But
What were your parents like when they got older?
well, I mean my dad, they both of them lived in that on the farm there till just a month or two before they passed away. Both of them, I think. But my dad he'd had a kidney stone, and while he was having that removed, he had a stroke in 1984. So he lived about 7 more years with a stroke, paralyzed his right side, and affected his speech.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they lived on the farm there, and of course they slowed down to what they did. But at least they didn't have to spend too much time in a nursing home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your mom took care of your dad.
Right. Then Max and Phyllis took care of Mom.
Mm-hmm.
And they helped with Dad too, I guess. Max and Phyllis.
Right.
And my grandparents, both of them ended up in a nursing home, I think, before they passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my grandparents had retired early. They had a large family, about 11 kids, so they lived on a farm. Well, they gave the farm to the kids and moved to town. I think maybe Grandpa was only like 55 when he moved to town.
Uh-huh.
But they had an acreage there and had a big house and maybe a milk cow and some chickens and
Yeah.
garden and stuff.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about growing old? What's the hardest part, and then what's the best part?
Well, I guess the best part is you're not asked to do too much.
Low expectations.
Right, right. And the worst part, I guess, maybe you can't do what you want to do or used to do.
Mm-hmm. What sorts of things would you want to do that you?
Well, I mean, I think it's more an attitude than anything. For example, travel. I think sometimes when you get old, hey, I just rather just stay home than to pack and travel.
Yeah.
I think maybe things are a little more burdensome to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You'd rather just stay home and relax.
Yeah.
So get out there and do your traveling when you're young.
Yeah, that's the next question. How should a person prepare for old age? Is there anything you wish you'd done differently?
Not really. No, like I said before, about sometimes with your life, it's just kind of dictated to you.
Yeah.
When you get married, how many kids you got, what happens to your kids and families, and what's a necessity for you to do and not to do, and so I can't think of anything different.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back where I trust the Lord to take care of you. Like, as long as you got a retirement check, your finances are okay. You don't have to worry about finances. That's one good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And have family and friends to take care of you when you're old. That's another good thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think about the future and make plans? What are your concerns about the future?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it make many plans. Who knows the future? That's what I say. Who knows the future?
Yep.
Can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow. And I don't think I worry about the future. At least not maybe what you say in my lifetime. Maybe in the long-term future you worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
that-
the
but
state
that's
of the world sort of things.
Yeah, but that's sort of out of our control.
Right. If you could go back to any age, which age would you be and why?
Oh, brother. That is a good question. Sometimes you think back before you had responsibility when you were a kid living at home with really no responsibilities. Sometimes you look back with, hey, that was great. Didn't have, mother cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't really have to worry about anything. Do a few chores maybe. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's a good time. I always look back every top part of my life. Certain things you enjoyed, so I guess certain things work for you, but I don't know. Family time was great after you get married. After you're married and have kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great time while the kids are growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And retirement's not too bad.
Yeah.
Still see my kids and grandkids.
But don't have to make us breakfast, lunch, and dinner, huh?
That's right.
All right, now we'll move on to the section called Life Lessons and Legacies. What's your most cherished family tradition and why is it important to you?
Oh, brother. With that would be my family, I guess, huh?
Well, anything. Your family growing up or us. I think either one.
Tradition. Well, back when I was home, I guess since we didn't have TV earlier days, didn't have TV. I guess getting together with friends, like my parents' friends, when they exchange dinner, especially a dinner, and especially in the wintertime, going to their house, having dinner, and playing games and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I guess that'd be tradition. Especially my dad came from Germany, so he had a friend. He was German. They make these call them potato balls. That was a great thing. Only make them a few times a year,
Mm-hmm.
and have a dinner. Families get together. I guess that'd be a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know. I guess after I got married and had kids, I'm trying to think what would be I think the times we enjoyed the most was traveling in the car together, either on a vacation or just driving here to Iowa with all the families stuck in the car, so to speak. And we could stop and eat at a restaurant or something and traveling. I guess that'd be one tradition I liked. Right now, tradition, Christmas. Putting up the Christmas tree. Get the family together, put up the Christmas tree, decorate it, maybe have dinner. Be some of the traditions. I'm trying to think what else. Right now, I guess birthday parties are big for us. Grandkids' birthday parties, get the family together.
That's your favorite tradition right now?
Well, that's one now.
Yeah.
I mentioned about Christmas tree decorating.
Oh, yeah. What have you liked best about your life so far? What are some of your happiest or proudest moments?
Oh, brother. Such questions.
I know, they're tricky.
Read that question again.
What have you liked best about your life so far? What are some of your happiest or proudest memories?
Well, that's a good. I guess through my life, say high school graduation, college graduation, getting a job in St. Louis, getting married, having kids. I guess that would be some of the better moments in my life.
Yeah. Having grandbabies.
Grandkids, yeah.
What's the most difficult thing that ever happened to you, and how did you deal with it?
Oh, brother. I guess the most difficult probably when I lost my wife, Marion, when she passed away. We just bought this house here and moved in February, and she passed away in June. So I guess that would be it. And I guess friends and family, Sarah and Amy got through it. Help.
I know. Trying to find a good question. Is there anything you wish you'd known when you were young?
I don't think so. Sometimes you think, well, I wished I'd have known that when I was young, but I think I might have messed up your life if you really knew that. I always think about kids, boys 7 or 8 years old don't want to have anything to do with girls. Girls develop before boys do, but somehow that keeps them apart. Boys don't want anything to do with girls. I don't know what girls think about boys, but for a while until they older life. So I think sometimes attitudes toward the opposite sex, and it changes with age, and it's probably a good thing. Keep us out of trouble.
All right. You think that's good for today?
Sure.